Okay, so welcome everyone to this first of what will probably be 2 or 3 sessions of training in the Vajrasattva practice. And let me start by saying that I'm not a lama, meaning I'm not a teacher in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. In that tradition, most of the teachings you're not even supposed to practice. You're not supposed to even be exposed to it except getting it directly from a lama. So you're getting it right. But there are a few that are exceptions, a few that are kind of people's practices, people's teachings. That it's considered allowable to share them without getting a whole what's called an empowerment or an initiation into doing that practice. And this is one of them, and it's very, very popular. So I'm going to be putting actually a link in the chat section, and also I'll post the link in the description section of this video when I post it afterward on YouTube. And that link will take you to a little pamphlet with a whole description, detailed description of the Vajrasattva practice, and with the whole 100-syllable Vajrasattva mantra in both Tibetan characters and spelled out phonetically in Roman characters. So you'll be able to access that after the session. So the Vajrasattva practice is about clearing. It's about purification. It's about any situation where it's just, oh, we want to clear out the system. We want to clear out our conscience. We want to clear out our emotions. We want to clear out the nervous system. We want to clear out maybe the physical body of just whatever oogies seem to be just blocking the flow of clear awareness and clear perception of the reality of life, which is fullness, which is that in every moment, the great natural perfection, the inherent deliciousness of life, that it's not being perceived. Whatever is blocking us from perceiving that and relaxing into it. So I want to start with the simple version, the very simple version, which is a 6-syllable version of the mantra and an extremely simple visualization. And this is enough. This is plenty. The more elaborate version is optional. In fact, everything's optional. But if you just wind up feeling that, okay, this 6-syllable simple version is all that I need, great. So let's start with saying Om. You can repeat after me. Om Vajrasattva Hung. So Om Vajrasattva Hung. And that last syllable, Hung, you'll see it spelled H-U-N-G or H-O-O-N-G. But if it's a U, it's got a line over it to show it's a long oo sound, and then a at the end. So Om Vajrasattva Hung. Those are the 6 syllables. Now let's put them together. Om Vajrasattva Hung. 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 Okay, good. Now let's sit back comfortably. And you can close your eyes. And just imagine that in the space directly above your head, there's a source of pure, brilliant, clear white light. Pure, brilliant light. And in a moment, we'll start repeating the Vajrasattva mantra. And as we do, we'll imagine that that pure, brilliant white light comes shining down in a kind of actually a liquid form, like what's called nectar, just liquid, brilliant light. And as you chant or recite the mantra, as if the chanting of the mantra is driving the visualization, it's kind of providing the motor for it, this light comes down through the top of your skull, through the opening in the top of your skull, and then starts just filling up your whole body, filling up your whole body. And as it does, as it fills up your whole body, more and more you feel it starting to push, like a liquid trash compactor or something. You feel this hydraulic pressure of this beautiful, brilliant, pure, clear light pushing away all the oogies that need to be pushed away. And you may have something in particular in mind. You may have some particular thing that you'd like to be purified, or just, whatever, just all of the above. Or just kind of whatever comes up. And just as we continue to chant, as we continue to say the mantra, pushing this stuff away, pushing this stuff away, pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, until it all exits. It goes out through your lower orifices and goes down into the center of the earth, where it's just absorbed into the center of the earth. And you're left just clear, open, purified. Okay? So here we go. Om Vajrasattva Hung. So chanting together. Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva Hung, 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 Om Vajrasattva Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva Hung, Om Vajrasattva, Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Vajrasattva Hung, Om 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 Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva Hung, 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 Om Vajrasattva Hung. And then slowly open the eyes. Okay, how's everyone doing? Okay. Questions? Questions? Any questions? Okay. Regan, do you have a question? Hold on, let me unmute you. Just shake your head no or nod your head yes. You have a question. Okay. I'll unmute you. Yes.
Okay. Oh
Mhm.
my God. I could not keep up. I didn't know what pace. I've never said the words before
Uh-huh.
until just before now. And so what I had to do, Dean, is I just went to Om on Vajrasattva
Okay.
Hong
Okay.
slowly, because
Perfect.
otherwise I was getting heart palpitations.
Oh, okay.
So
Don't
I
get
definitely did not want that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
But I want to point out exactly what you did, which was just perfect. This is, Regan, you're what we call a mature practitioner. Right? You listen to the instructions, but then you adapt them as necessary, holding on to our common sense and sanity. Uh,
Okay.
and as you may recall, it took some of us a lot of years to get there.
Okay.
Okay, so good. Other, let me go back to gallery view. Okay, let
I just
me.
don't know what to do next. So let me know that at some point.
Okay, so
Okay.
I think part of the situation. This is the first time I'm ever doing this on Zoom, and I think that the next time I do this, I would get some more feedback, make sure everyone's on board with it, and check the pace and all that before we go into a few minutes of protracted practice like that. So thank you for that feedback. That's very useful. Okay, and we have Philomena. I'm going to unmute you. Okay, don't try to, everyone remember, don't try to unmute yourself because then we wind up canceling each other out. Um, huh. I'm having trouble unmuting you, Philomena, for some reason. Okay, let me, I'll come back to you. Let me go
It's
to,
okay.
oh, there
It's
you,
because I muted myself beforehand, I think.
okay, so.
Mine has to do with pace as well. Is there a reason for the speed?
Well, I'm just used to doing this. I've been doing this for decades. I was going too fast for beginners, evidently. But well, this points out another good point, which is usually we think of mantra practice as something very like,
Yes.
right, okay. Like just like the spreading pool. Okay, and that's one kind of mantra. See, all the mantras, they have different vibrational qualities, right? When you're just hanging out in the infinite, then you want just something that feels like the warm spreading infinite pool. When you're cleaning something out, you want to go waka 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 waka. I mean, to me, the Vajrasattva mantra, it feels like a pile driver. Okay.
Okay.
And so this is a feature, not a bug. Okay,
Okay.
this
So,
is.
so you do want it to be fast.
Oh yeah. Oh, this was not fast.
Oh.
Eventually we'll be doing it fast, and we'll be doing it with 100 syllables, and it's banga 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 banga, and then at the end we're when we're cleaned out, then we've sort of earned the situation of then just sitting there in boundlessness, timelessness.
Excellent explanation. Thank you.
Okay,
You
thank
can
you.
mute me this time so that you can unmute me when it's time.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, and Diane Murray, I'm unmuting you. I'm trying to unmute you. You muted yourself. Okay.
Let me see if I think I did it.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself before we began. So I had a similar feeling. I didn't know what to expect, so I was prepared for something, you know, a little more legato, but also I didn't have any sense of how long you'd be chanting. So I was still only getting the oogies like out to here, and all of a sudden it was like it's over, and then like I hadn't gone the rest of the way. So I think having some sense of in advance for a beginner of like this, we're going to do this for a couple of minutes versus then an hour. I did.
Right. Right. Good. Thank you. Okay. This is all helpful. Good. Who else? Okay. Kathy C. Yes.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everybody. Couple of technical things first. I don't have a chat. You said there'd be a chat room where we could get the link. Are you going to put that in later?
Yes, I'll put that in late. I'll put that in the chat later, and I'll also be posting it. This will go onto YouTube as soon as we're done, and I've processed it. Okay. Kathy, if you have an individual problem getting the link, just write to me and I'll send it.
No, I'm just wondering why I don't see a chat. Oh, because you at the bottom of the screen, which I always see in
okay. Yeah, it's because I haven't done it yet.
Okay. And the other thing is, I don't know how everyone else, could you speak a little louder or closer? Because when everyone else has been speaking just now, like Diane and Reagan, I could really hear them loud, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyway.
Okay.
About the meditation, yeah, I second what Reagan said and other lady. Yeah, I mean, I can't even say them. Like, I can't even say that I could try to.
Okay, you know what? Let's go through the 6-syllable mantra.
Oh, wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask so what I did is I just closed my mouth and I let your voice go into me. Is that okay?
Sure. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. But again, this is the same thing I said to Regan. You're adapting, you know, as a mature practitioner. You're going, okay, what's the situation that I have right now? How can I practice in this situation? You know, the situation may be you love to sit on your nice comfy meditation cushion, but you're on a rock somewhere. How do you adapt to that? You like when instructions are all been very clear and coherent, but sometimes they're a little bit not. Okay, how do you adapt to that? So good.
Okay,
perfect.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, let me okay, let's go through any more. Let's take any more questions. If there, you know, if there's basically what we've already heard, we don't need to hear that anymore. But if there's any other questions or concerns, let's hear those. Yeah, Al, I'm unmuting you. Yep.
Okay, real fast. It did work. I felt the pressure going down. If in case we start uttering it much lower, does it have to be spoken or can it be thought?
Yeah, it can be done. It can be done mentally. But I would say try it vocally. For now, if you got a choice, favor doing it vocally. But if you're really getting pulled in, you know, I know you through your TM experience may have a tendency to want to go mental rather than out aloud with the mantra.
Well, I'm thinking of just jaw and lip muscle fatigue.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Again, adapt. That's all. That's all good. Good. Okay. And I'm going to unmute Esther.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
Hi.
So I've been doing this white light infusion for forever.
Mm-hmm.
I can fill myself up with it, but I've never used a mantra like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, first of all, I do agree it was too fast for, and also, what does the mantra mean? What are the words, the meaning of those words?
Okay, let me get into that in a couple of minutes. I want to deal with any other questions, and then we'll come back to that.
Okay, the infusion part is fantastic. I love it. I've always loved it.
Yeah, and it shows in your paintings.
Okay.
Okay, any other hands?
Yehudit.
Yehudit, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask, because you did it so fast and you're saying that it's going to be even faster.
Eventually, not
And,
today.
and I understand it takes
Mhm.
practice, but
Mhm.
is there any technique, or like I was wondering, when do you breathe? How do you control your breathing? When do you inhale and exhale? It's like when
Yeah.
you sing a song, you know, there's a place where you take the inhalation. So like I try to, but then I was just listening to you. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
The way that where you did the Om you inhale, and then when do you?
Yeah, you know, there's no particular teaching on that I'm aware of. But I'd say you'll find the breath. This is one of the reasons why, you know, a lot of this practice, this kind of practice in Tibetan tradition is done in groups, so that, you know, if one person has to take a breath at a particular point, the other person is there to keep the ball rolling. So, so you just get breath wherever.
I try to, and I got a little bit dizzy.
Yeah. But don't. But no, that's a good point. Don't never try to unnaturally strain to hold the breath or go farther on a breath than your system wants to go.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. So let me do this while I can see everyone's face, so I can get the reactions. So, Om. Yeah. So I'm saying it. You're repeating it. Om.
Om. Om.
Okay. Still got someone not muted. I got to mute y'all. Okay. Om. Vajra, spelled Vajra. Vajra. Okay. But the A's are not pronounced like A or A or even A. It's not Vajra, it's Vajra. It's more like a UH in English. Vajra, Vajra. Om Vajra. Okay. Next word has two more of those A's pronounced the same way. Sattva. Sattva. So it's SATT. And you'll see it spelled V as in Victor, VA, but the V is pronounced, it's more like a W. Or it's actually like in Spanish, when you have a B or a V in the middle of a word, it's kind of like a V, but you don't quite put your lips together, like sabe. Yo no sabe. It's like that. Sattva. As a matter of fact, and Al, you'll enjoy this. When I was on TM teacher training with Maharishi in 1970 in Estes Park, Colorado, and we were learning a long thing in Sanskrit. It was the puja that we do when we teach TM, and there was this one word that was spelled vasishta, right? Vasishtam, and it was spelled on the sheet with a V. And it kept sounding to me like, and we were going back and forth. Maharishi would sing a line, we'd sing it back. And it kept sounding like it was a W to me when he would say it, but it was spelled on the sheet with a V. So finally I raised my hand. I said, Maharishi, is that a V or a W? He said, we, as in victory. So, sattva. So just think of it as a W, make it simple. Sattva. Hung. So again, it's H-U-N-G, and the U is pronounced as in whatever, duke, rebuke, boo, 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 as in boo. So hung, hung. So Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum. I'm going to try, this may not work, but I'm going to try unmuting everyone so I can hear you all. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Here we are.
Okay. So we have to be very disciplined about this. I say it, then you all say it back. Okay.
Stop it.
Okay. Whoever's got the dog, please mute yourself.
Any piece.
Turn
Oh
it
my
off.
God. Adventures in Zoom land. Who's got the dog?
You don't want any shrimp?
No, I'm good.
If somebody has
a dog and shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're eating shrimp.
Okay. I don't think that's going to work. Okay. Well, let's try it. Let's give it a try.
it's a Dharma dog.
Dharma dog and Dharma shrimp. Okay. So let's be very disciplined. Don't say anything else. Don't do anything else. I say a bit, you say it back. Okay? Here we go.
And muted everybody.
The dogs need to go.
Yeah. Who is that? I mean,
Okay.
Dog
Okay.
in another room.
No, okay, everyone please cease your commentary now.
Yeah.
Cease your commentary. Do your commentary in your head, not out loud. Okay. If you got dogs, if you have dogs in the room, please take them away. Let's give this a try. Okay. So, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Okay. Now, Om Vajra Sattva. Wait. Now I'm going to do it all together. Om Vajra. No. I'm going to do it all together, then you do it back all together. Okay? Om Vajra. No. Okay.
Do the entire thing.
Okay, I'm going to do the entire thing.
Syllables, and then we do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll tell you what, when I'm doing it, I'll point to me. When it's your turn, I'll point to y'all. Okay? Okay, here we go. And it'll be the whole 6 syllables. Om Vajrasattva Hum.
Om
Vajrasattva.
Om Vajrasattva Hum.
Om
Vajrasattva.
Om Vajrasattva Hum.
Vajrasattva.
Om Vajrasattva Hum. Okay. Don't say it along with me. Only say it when I point to y'all. Almost everyone's got that instruction. See if we can get everyone on board. Did someone say it's like herding kittens? Okay. Here we go. So first me, then it'll be you. Om Vajrasattva Hum.
Om
Vajrasattva
Om Vajrasattva Hung.
Om
Vajrasattva
Om Vajrasattva Hung.
Om Vajrasattva
Om Vajrasattva Hung. Okay. Can we go a little faster? Can we try a little faster? Any
Because we're
questions?
doing so well.
Okay.
Would it help if somebody kept a beat or a count like a metronome?
I'm the metronome.
Okay.
Okay. Kathy, see, I'm trying to unmute you, but I can't. I think you've muted yourself. Okay. Yes.
I couldn't unmute myself because you had to do it. It said. Okay, great. I'm unmuted. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, lower hand.
Do you have a question?
No, I wanted you to unmute me because I couldn't unmute myself. And I was muted the whole time and I can't communicate with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kathy, do you have a question now?
No, that I
Okay.
just wanted you to unmute me. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'm going to mute you again. Bye. Okay. Okay. Anyone else with a question or observation or concern?
I do have one question.
Yes, Regan. Yes.
Okay. Just when, is it important that we know what it means?
That's next. I'm just getting everyone on board now with the pronunciation, and then that's next. Good.
Okay.
So, okay, Kathy, I'm just going to go ahead and speak now because, okay.
Muted or unmuted? Do you want me muted or unmuted?
I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you and just leave it alone.
Why are you
Everything's
going to
fine.
mute me? Everybody else? Okay.
No, I'm going to mute everyone.
Okay.
Okay, good. So, let's talk about meaning. Now, with mantra, meaning is generally secondary, if even that. When you first learn a mantra, generally you're just hearing the sound and experiencing the sound as a vibration. Okay? Then you may get into some little bit of study, understanding, which we're going to do now, and you get into some meaning. But the thing is that the meaning, but to whatever degree these mantras have meaning, it's just you can never capture all the meaning in words, because the real meaning is what you experience through the practice of the mantra. That's the real, and that's all ever deepening, ever widening. And as it gets deeper and wider, the tendency is to go back to it just being all meaning, rather all sound. Okay. So let's start with, okay, Om, right? How do you define Om? If we're going to put that in a dictionary, Om would have to embrace every word in the dictionary. So for lack of a better word, we say Om is the infinite. Om is the totality of reality. Om is everything that is, everything that could be, and all of the above and none of the above. Right? Om is the formless, vast, infinite. And it's not so much that it means that, but that if you resonate that, it's if the infinite, this is a way to think about it. If the infinite had a sound, if let's say any object, if every object had a corresponding sound vibration, if we could see, let's say, the whole atomic structure of this cup and see it as vibration, and then listen to that as sound, see it on an oscillograph and listen to it as sound, that would be the sound, the mantra of this cup. So the mantra of all of creation, all of the totality of existence, the idea is that would be Om. Now, the next syllable I'm going to talk about is actually not in this mantra, but you'll see why I'm going to mention this now. Ah is openness. That's kind of a gimme. That's obvious. Ah is the sound we make when we're just opening to the infinite. Opening to the infinite. So here's the infinite. Om. Here's opening to the infinite. Ah. And then when we open to the infinite, when we have Om and some, which is, the idea is Om is eternally, all by itself, doesn't need anyone or anything. But then when someone, like let's say us, does some kind of meditative practice in some way with their body, with their yoga, with their chanting of mantra, with their meditation, with their service, with their devotion, with them through any kind of practice, opens themselves up, then they get the Om. They open, the is how we open to the Om, and the result of that is Hung. It says Hung is, it's like Om plus yields Hung. So Hung is enlightenment. Hung is the marriage, the merging of Om and So those three syllables, Om, Hung, in Tibetan practice, those are considered the 3 seed syllables. And you'll hear those over and over, and they can be practiced. If you were going to do something as using Tibetan mantras that more internally, the way Alan was talking about, you'd probably more tend to use these 3 seed syllables. Om, Hung. And of course, you can also, so you could start by chanting them out loud and then maybe go internally with them. Om, Hung. So, Om, the infinite. Opening. Hung, awakening, realization, enlightenment, when opens to Om. Now, in the 6-syllable Vajrasattva mantra that we're learning, the gets expanded to, it gets more elaborated as Vajrasattva. So the journey from Om, the infinite, to Hung, the realization of the infinite, enlightenment, the journey, the in-between part is Vajrasattva. Okay? Now, is this kind of resonating with you so far? Everyone okay with this? All right. Now, specifically, Vajra, and again, this is an example of how to say what's the meaning, give what's the meaning in the dictionary is inadequate. Because if you look up Vajra in a Tibetan dictionary, actually Sanskrit, this is Tibeto-Sanskrit, long story, can't get into it right now. Vajra, you'll see, means diamond. But then you'll see, that's number 1. Number 2, it'll say thunderbolt. And then you'll see number 3, scepter. Well, how can a Vajra be a diamond, a thunderbolt, and a scepter? Okay. What do these have in common, and what are they doing here in the mantra? Diamond is beautiful. Diamond is precious. Diamond is brilliant. And diamond endures. Diamond keeps on being there. The diamond is the hardest mineral. So with the diamond, you can scratch anything else, but nothing else will scratch the diamond. Now, can you see that that could be a good symbol of the infinite and of that which is to be realized and of the realization of it, that of enlightenment? Okay, Vajra, the diamond, pure, beautiful, luminous, and ever enduring and not affected by anything else. It can't be scratched. It can't be damaged by anything else. Okay? So that's one level of Vajra. The other level is lightning bolt or thunderbolt. Okay? That also can affect everything else, but nothing else affects it. When the thunderbolt comes, get out of the way. Also, like the diamond, the thunderbolt is luminous. It illuminates everything. Doesn't matter how dark the night is or how long the night has been dark. In one moment, bam, the thunderbolt comes, everything lights up. That's also what enlightenment is like. Okay? And then the third meaning, Vajra means scepter. Now, a scepter is like, you know, the monarch's rod of authority. In the Tibetan tradition, the rod of enlightenment, the scepter of enlightenment, looks like this. Okay, and you'll see this over and over in Tibetan spiritual art. This is symbolically this is the thunderbolt, this is the diamond, this is the scepter. It's like the thunderbolt, the diamond in a form that you can hold in your hand, and with this you have your sovereignty over your world. What's the line in the Gospels where Jesus says, "Fear not, for I have overcome the world," right? And it's with our enlightenment, with our illumination, that, you know, because the world, there's a lot of things about our world that may not change and may not be the way that we would choose to have them. But through enlightenment, through the thunderbolt, through the diamond, through the scepter, we can be okay with it. We can rise above it. We can bring our illumination to every corner of it. Okay? So that's Vajra. Sattva, we can spend another 10 minutes on. Very briefly, Sattva means pure. It means pure. There's a whole thing in Hindu and Buddhist philosophy we don't have time to get into now about the three tendencies of life, to be like driving and passionate, or kind of inert and rotten and too slow, too fast, and then the golden middle path, sattva, purity, clarity. So, and also you'll see it translated as white, okay? White like Hello Kitty, white like Snow White, white in the sense of having no color, blank, empty, open, free. So, in the journey from Om, the infinite, to Hung, enlightenment, the realization of the infinite, what do we have? The diamond lightning bolt scepter of pure, all good illumination. Okay. Is this all pretty clear? Everyone good with this? Okay. So we want to wrap this up in the next about 10 minutes. So, and I'm, again, I've never done this in this particular format, so we're feeling out. We'll see how many sessions this is going to take. We'll have at least one more. My sense is, I think we'll have two more of these. So the next two Sundays at the same time. And again, if you have to miss a session, I'll be posting them on YouTube. So what I'd like to do in our last 10 minutes here is, first we'll chant slowly the 6-syllable Vajrasattva mantra all together, and we'll do it for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then sit for about another minute just in silence, just sitting in the state of having chanted the Vajrasattva and now just sitting in whatever's there when we stop. Okay? So, Om Vajrasattva Hum. 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 And slowly open the eyes. Okay, a little easier? A little easier? Good, good. Okay, yeah, we'll all get there. All right. So what I want to do now is, Yafa, if you could please make the journey to this end of the house. Yafa's going to join me. Hi, Annie. Come a little closer. All right, good. So I want to show you this is in the file that I'm going to be posting the link to. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Okay, so this is when we did the simple version of the practice, we just visualized a source of pure white light above us, above our heads. In the deluxe elaborate version, that white light takes the form of this particular Buddha of purification, whose name is Vajrasattva. So he is an embodiment, he's a personification of everything we said about those words Vajrasattva, the embodiment of the lightning bolt diamond scepter of enlightenment. And as you can see, he is sitting in union, actually in sexual union with his consort Vajratopa. So actually together they make up symbolically or archetypally make up this source of pure illumination. So it's like this is Mr. and Mrs. Enlightenment here. We'll talk more about them next time. I want to point out that in his right hand he's got a scepter, a vajra, like we talked about, and in his left hand, down resting on his hip, he's holding a bell. And we'll talk more about that next time. And then here's what the 100-syllable mantra looks like. And I want to point out, if you start playing with this at home, that it looks, the way it's printed here, it looks like it's 2 columns, but you actually go straight across. So it's Om Vajrasattva, right? So far the same as the 6-syllable version, but then everything gets different. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, and so forth. Okay? So Yafa and I are going to first slowly, just so you get the taste of this, and also so you can, if you wish, come back to this video during the week and between now and next Sunday, and start absorbing this, and maybe even if you want to start trying to memorize some of it, you can do that. So we're going to say it just slowly. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tishta Drido Me Bhava Suto Kayo Me Bhava Supo Kayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sarva Karma Tsutsa Me Tsitam Shriyam Kuru Hung Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Muncha Vajibhava Mahasamaya Sattva Okay. And now we're going to do it a little bit more up to speed. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tishtadrido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sarva Karma Tsutsa Me Tsitam Shriyam Kuru Hung Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Muncha Vajibhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tishtadrido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sarva Karma Tsutsa Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hung Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Muncha Vajibhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tishtadrido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sarva Karma Tsutsa Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hung Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Muncha Vajibhava Mahasamaya Sattva Okay. Thank you. Okay, so how's everyone doing? I want to wrap this up in a minute, but yes, Jamie has a burning question. Yes, Jamie.
Just real quick, how often do you recommend that we practice this?
As often as you like. It would be nice especially between now and next Sunday, to do some practice with it every day, and just start and you know, again, as mature practitioners, the thing is, make it your own. Make it your own. Play with it. This is a new toy. You got a new yo-yo in your pocket. God, pull it out whenever you feel like pulling it out. Pull it out. You know, sing it in the shower. I sing mantras in the shower all the time. You know, or while you're walking, and then you know, sitting, but doing the full practice, or you know, what's for now the full practice, which is just having that source of light over your head and doing the 6-syllable mantra and some sense of what's the oogie stuff that you're flushing out. You know, so be good to sit down at least for a few minutes every day if you can, and do that. And then if you want to go to the video and start listening to the 100-syllable version, kind of starting to just, you know, absorb that through your pores, then great. And if you want to read ahead and read the stuff in the pamphlet, which describes the much more elaborate visualization and a whole lot of other stuff that goes along with the background of the practice and so forth, then go ahead and read that. But let me just say that a lot of it, especially if you're brand new to Tibetan Buddhist practice, Vajrayana practice, some of the stuff there may just seem very foreign. Like some of it, you'll be scratching your head, go, what are they talking about? Don't be thrown by that. We'll talk about that. You'll bring up those issues next time.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Anyone else with a burning question? There, Nancy. Yeah, Nancy Highland. So good to see you, Nancy. I'll unmute you. Good. Oh, no, I got you. Yes, Nancy.
Dina, I apologize. I wasn't clear. Are you emailing us the audio that you just recorded as well as the pamphlet, or are you posting it somewhere?
I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. So
Perfect.
if you just go to my YouTube channel, as soon as we're done here, it takes a little while to process and upload, and then you'll see it. Just go to, you know, Dean Slider channel on YouTube, and you'll see it as Vajrasattva Training session number 1.
Perfect. And can we download the pamphlet if we want to practice on our own, or?
Yes, I'll be posting the link in the chat here in just a moment, and I'll also post it in the description of the video on YouTube.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and by the way, that pamphlet was compiled by my late first wife, Maggie, with some help from me, and this was her teaching specialty. Vajrasattva was her teaching specialty. So there's a lot of her DNA in what you'll be in that sort of transmission. Good. Okay, anything else before we go? Yafa has her hand up. Yes.
I just wanted to ask if I think you might just technically have to post this before everybody leaves the chat room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Let me do that right now.
And I just thought also that while you have everyone, I don't know if the pamphlet has it, but just, you know, very quick description of what the visualization is, if that's useful to people to just kind of clarify as they practice this week. But maybe that's in the pamphlet.
Yes. Yeah, that's in the pamphlet. I'm looking for, where's the chat? I haven't used this. I'm not finding it.
Well, I think you might have turned it off because you didn't want that to be.
Huh.
It's probably in your Zoom settings.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, there's the chat. I mean, there's the setting show that chat should be on. You know what? Let me just post it with the YouTube video. I should have the YouTube video up within about half an hour or so. I'll get on that right now, and then you can get it from there. Okay, that might be easier. Is that okay? Okay, because I don't see where to do this. Okay. Okay, so everyone, thank you so much, and happy chanting. And may all sentient beings swiftly realize their true nature, that they are all already nothing but boundless enlightenment since before the beginning of time. And thus may all unhappiness and suffering and conflict spontaneously dissolve. See ya.